Welcome to episode 5 of Inside the Tank. I'm your host, Josh Raphael. Today I have with me women's basketball assistant coach, McKenna Peters. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
You watched the Lakers game last night?
I actually did not. I may have
Really?
been on the pickleball courts last night, so I did not tune in.
What got you into pickleball?
Just South Florida, super nice weather. I mean, I feel like you can't be lazy in South Florida because the weather's always nice. So I stopped playing basketball and I was like, I need to do something to stay active, to stay competing. And I have that internal competition that just wants to get out all the time. So me and Coach Al actually got into it. And ever since, we've just been playing basically almost every day or any free time we get outside of work and outside of scouting. We hit the courts, and it's just a way to kind of get our competitive edge out.
I heard that you guys are pretty good. I know you don't want to gas yourself, but I heard you guys are.
I'm not one to gas, but we aren't bad. Yeah, we run the courts at Central Park typically. I mean, it's super fun. We got to know a ton of people. It's really just a way to build connections and build friendships out there. It's like pickleball really is a community, and it's just super fun. And I don't know what I'd do without it, honestly, outside of work. So I enjoy it.
Do you guys play any tournaments, actual tournaments?
We've played in a few local Central Park plantation tournaments, and not to toot our own horn, but we have won gold in both. But no, for real, it's super fun, and it's just a way to just stay connected with a ton of people and just build new connections.
Love that. So let's get into hoop talk. Again, we're here to learn more about you. So kind of tell us, what got you into hoops?
So my parents both played basketball just in high school. They were both really, really good players. They played varsity all 4 years in high school. Where I actually went to high school, I grew up in LaGrange, Ohio. So we all attended Keystone High School, and I have an older sister that got into it before I did, and I don't know, I just fell in love with it right away. My dad and my mom were ballers, and I just kind of was on the court ever since second, third grade. My dad got me into it, and then I had a bunch of friends that had fathers that were super into it too. So they just kind of built a group of 10 girls that just kind of played community basketball, and then we got into a little travel league, and it just kind of went from there. And I give a lot of credit to the dads that got us all together, and just really we created a friendship through that, and we learned how to play basketball from them. So they taught us how to shoot, they taught us how to play defense, they taught us all the fundamentals, which was super important to get us or to get me where I am today, for sure.
And you had an amazing high school career. You go to Youngstown State. Talk to me about your time there and how that was.
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. My high school career was awesome. I got to play all 4 years varsity basketball. I was the leading scorer every year, and I broke a lot of high school records. So that was a really, really fun experience. And then I got to play Division I basketball, which was my dream ever since I was a little girl. I always wanted to play college basketball, and at the highest level. I never thought that would be an opportunity for me, but I worked extremely hard, countless hours with my dad, with my mom in the gym, reps after reps, just getting me to where I needed to be. And I ended up playing Division I basketball at Youngstown State University. It was the best 4 years of my life, honestly. Yeah, I made great friendships, great connections with coaches. We had winning seasons. I learned how to play defense in college. I mean, in high school, you can get away with literally just putting up points on the board and not understanding the fundamentals and where you need to be on the court and defensive positioning and stuff. You kind of take advantage of not learning that in high school. But in college, my head coach basically told me if you don't play defense, you're not going to see the floor a lot. So I really took that to heart, and I think that built I learned a lot learning how to play defense, and I really appreciate that side of the game now as a coach too. That's my thing, is to get the girls to get going on the court defensively and hyping them up and getting stops, trying to get 3 stops in a row for a kill, all those things. And I really attest that from my time at Youngstown State and learning how to really lock in on defense.
And Youngstown State is kind of close to home for you. You leave Youngstown State, you come all the way down to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, to go to Nova Southeastern. Why'd you decide to become a Shark? And don't say because of the weather.
No, honestly, like I am such a homebody. Like I'm super close with my family, and it really was a hard decision to make. Entering the portal after my senior year after COVID, it was tough because like you said, Youngstown was home for me, and like I really like I can't say anything bad about Youngstown. I loved every second of it. Loved my team, loved my coaches, and I think I just like I don't know like one day like it just like hit me like, okay, I'm graduating from Youngstown. I gave my 4 years here. Like there's so much more like out in the world than just like Ohio and Youngstown. Like, so I was like, I think I'm just gonna enter the portal and just see where life takes me. Like it's a bonus year, it's an extra year. Like let's just see what happens. And so I entered the portal, and of course like, like everyone knows the portal, like you get like hundreds of emails like daily, and like I was just scrolling through my email one day and I saw like Nova Southeastern University, like Coach Freeland, and I'm like, where is Nova? Like I honestly had I never even heard of it, and so I clicked on the email, and there was a YouTube link, and I clicked on the link, and it was the the beach and like the arena, and like just basically like hyping up like the campus and everything, and like the women's basketball team has a winning program. They made it to like multiple Elite Eights, the Final Four, like, and I was like, wow, like this is like this could be something. Like so I sent the link and forwarded the email to my parents, and my parents were shocked actually that like I was even considering a place like so far away from home, just because like I was the type of person, the type of kid that like literally like wouldn't even sleep over a friend's house. Like that was the type of person I was. Like I was so close to my family, and just like was an anxious child, and like I don't know, I just feel like once like so I sent the link to my parents, whatever, and we were like, yeah, let's just take a visit, like let's just see. And I stepped foot on campus, and like I like literally was walking on campus like with the coaching staff, Coach Freeland and Coach Teepee, and like my parents were behind me, and I heard my mom literally whisper to my dad like, there's no way she's not coming here. Like, and like for real, like that's exactly how I felt like stepping foot on campus. I was like, how do I not take this opportunity, like this next step? Like, and it honestly was like the best decision I've ever made. Like I've met so many great people down here. Like I started my career path down here. Like I with a great, like had a great end of the year season. Like finished my career here. Like, and I'm just like so blessed and so happy that like God led me down this path. Like it really was like a special like decision and a tough decision, but like probably the best decision I've made in my life, honestly.
Yeah,
I've grown so much.
And as you mentioned, you had a great season here as a Shark, cementing yourself as arguably one of the greatest three-point shooters in Nova Southeastern history. And then you become assistant coach. So what was that transition like for you, leaving, being a student athlete, and now you're in that coach role?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I honestly got super lucky just falling right into it. Coach Teepee was the assistant before me here, and I kind of like threw it out to Coach Freeland and Coach Teepee like around like it was like probably like February, March time. Like they knew I wanted to like be a coach, and like the plan was to just be like the part-time student assistant coach, just to kind of get my feet wet in the industry. And around like right after my season ended, Coach Teepee like let the team know that like she was going to step down, and like she had kids and family, so she just decided just to leave the profession altogether. And so I put it in Coach Freeland's ear like, hey, like I am like super interested in being like the full-time assistant. Like I am super passionate about the sport. Like I want to give back to the girls. Like this is what I've wanted to do all my life. Like, and so I basically just kind of told her like if you want to take a chance on me, like I'm the one. Like I truly want to do this. Like I love basketball, et cetera, et cetera. And so I told her that, and then like probably like a week and a half, 2 weeks later, like she reached back out and was like, hey, like let's chat, like let's have lunch, whatever. And so I was just like, okay, like sweet, like let's do it. And it was just like a super like informal interview. Like we just kind of chatted about basketball and just like about life and all that stuff. And she ended up offering me the job, and like it was it was like literally like a day before my birthday, it was just like the best birthday gift ever, getting a job offer and like having an opportunity to start my career. And yeah, I'm super grateful for Coach Freeland for taking a chance on me and starting year 4 now, which is crazy as an assistant coach. I mean, I can't believe it's been like 4 years here, and I'm super grateful for the opportunity, and I love the girls. It's a great job. It's a way for me to stay around the game of basketball, what I love, and what I don't know what else I would be doing with my life if I didn't have this opportunity. And yeah, super grateful.
Do you feel like your playing career has helped you as a coach today?
I do. Yeah, I learned so much. Like I've grown so much from like freshman year of high school to now, just like learning so much about the game, and especially like being a part of like a Youngstown State program and then transitioning to a different program. I think I learned just so many new things about the game of basketball, and then playing under Coach Freeland and then now coaching her system. I think being a player under her system has helped me tremendously with being able to coach her system, for sure.
And last year, I had the luxury of traveling with you guys to the Sweet 16 run. I mean, the girls' play was amazing. Talk to me about how that experience was for you.
Yeah, that was super special. I mean, I've never had an opportunity. I didn't have an opportunity as a player to make it late into the postseason like that. So as a coach, it was really special. We had a really special group, and just girls that bought into like what we wanted from our system and what we needed. And it was super, super special. And I hope that we can make it back this year, if not even further, with the group we have.
And this year, your team is off to a great start, 6-1. Had a program record, 111 points scored, the most points ever scored by an NSU women's basketball team early in the year. You had another game where you scored 100 points, so already 2 games over 100 plus points. So what do you feel like is the biggest difference between this year's team and last year's team? And last year's team was a really, really good team,
Yeah.
but as I mentioned, you guys are already off to a great start.
Right. Honestly, we have experience. I mean, we like not experience within our program or within our system, but just like overall, like veteran team. Like we have 10 grads on our team, which is unheard of. But we have just a lot of girls that really want to play for each other, and that's priceless. And so we harp defense a lot, and I think that they've really taken to heart like wanting to lock in and play defense. We're starting to play that platoon style and like pressing the whole game, and like it's tough when you transfer in and just kind of like having to like adjust to a new system. But I think most of our girls have done a really, really good job adjusting, and they've really bought into like our style of play. And it's really cool to see because like we have girls subbing 5 in, 5 out, and like they're encouraging each other, like coming off the bench, and like they really want to win for each other. And I think that's really special, and I think that's the most special thing about this group. And they're tenacious. Like our defense is awesome. Like I'm inspired by it. We're holding our team. Like I think we're number 1 in scoring defense right now in the league at 48 points. Like we're only giving up 48 points a game, and our scoring margin is like 27. So like I think the sky's the limit for this team if they continue to buy in and continue to work for each other.
So what went into that system change? Because, I mean, for my first year here, we didn't really play that style of basketball.
Right.
But now you kind of see the girls getting after, as you mentioned, defensively, pressing full court,
Yeah.
platoon style, 5 in, 5 out, which is amazing to watch. So what went into that system change without giving up too many secrets?
Yeah,
to it?
absolutely. I mean, I think honestly, just when we sat down after we were done recruiting in April, we sat down, started looking at the numbers, and even like early on in August this year, we were looking at our numbers and like just looking at production, like from the group of 13 we have on our roster this year, and we're like, honestly, like everyone produces, like everyone's capable of like 1 through 13, like they're capable of putting up numbers. So like we're like, how can we really like utilize all 13 and like give them all a chance to play? And Coach Freeland came up with like, I mean, the men's side does it, like other teams do it in like our region, like why not like try it? So we tried it in our first couple scrimmages, and we realized like actually this might be our best, like to get everyone to maximize their potential. Like let's limit minutes and like have them maximize their full potential like in those minutes that we put them in the game. And we just ran with it, and I mean I think we've been pretty successful with it. And As long as we like stay out of foul trouble and like do what we need to do, like I think we're just gonna keep running with it and see where it takes us.
And what would you say is your most memorable moment, whether that be as a coach or an athlete, just in terms of just your career? You could go all the way back to middle school if you wanted to.
I think my most memorable moment as an athlete, I'd say in high school, like breaking the all-time Lorain County scoring record. It was my senior year of high school, and like I just had an opportunity to break the record. I ended up scoring like it was like 39 points in one game, and I broke
Some
broke the Lorain County scoring record and the all-time men's or boys scoring record at my high school. That was just a special moment. I had a ton of family there. Like it was my senior night, and like it was just a great experience, and just I got to share that with my parents who literally put countless hours in the gym with me, and like I literally attest my entire athletic career like goes to them just because of the amount of hours they spent in the gym with me, the amount of money they spent on hotels and like gas money taking me to all these AAU tournaments and everything. Like if it wasn't for them, I really wouldn't be sitting in this chair talking to you today. So I love my parents, and I'm just super grateful for them.
And to close out our show, I always do a Josh's top three. Normally, I ask top three snacks, but you're a bit of a sneakerhead. So,
Oh.
as of myself, so I gotta ask, what's your like top two, top three go-to shoes?
Well, obviously, we both got on the Vomeros.
Can't go
So
wrong
the
with
Vomero
those.
5s,
Yeah.
those are honestly number one for me right now. Like I actually just got like two more colorways. They're so comfortable. Like
Yep.
you can't beat them. Like I used to be like a dunk girl, but like the dunks just aren't doing it for me anymore. Like they're just not comfy. So I go Vomeros. I mean, like you can't go wrong with just like a basic pair of white Air Forces. Like you can just throw them on for anything.
Can't go
So
wrong with
like,
those. You can't go
like
wrong
you
with
going
those.
out, put the Forces
All
on.
reliable.
Like you gotta have those in the rotation. Honestly, I like my 11s. I have like a pair of low 11s, like they're like the ultraviolet ones. They're super girly. They're super cute. So like I'd throw those in the mix too. Not for comfort, but for style. Like throw them on with a nice fit. You're golden.
11s are 11. I think that's a great choice. That's a
Thanks.
great choice to kind of round that
Thanks.
out. But McKenna, appreciate you for coming on. Everyone, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Inside the Tank out.